सूरज की पहली किरण के साथ दिन की शुरुआत कीजिए। सुबह का मंगल प्रभात आपको शुभ हो। सुबह सुबह हो खुशियों का मेला, ना लोगों की परवाह ना दुनिया का झमेला। पंछियों का संगीत हो और मौसम अलबेला। मुबारक हो आपको ये खूबसूरत सवेरा। हर सोमवार से लेकर शुक्रवार तक सुबह 6 से लेकर 9 बजे तक शामिल रहें रेडियो FBC पर हम सफर में रविंद्र सिंह के साथ।
Oh, kayak bol-bol cuma tahu kebingungan itu mamu. Gua nggak usah nih lanangan itu mamu. Nimbula, ayo Mr. Ben.
Laba?
Na magkikiro menol kinediro di mata ka moni chicken of rumbuka.
Bula FM. Now we do it shilling.
Tonight, 2 hospitalized in Coral Coast fire as police hunt for alleged arson suspect. Local DVD shops warned against selling pirated copies of Bollywood movie Doom 3. And military commander Vorengem Bainimarama tells troops to obey superiors and not make demands. Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. The Nathavora Waters restaurant and music bar burned down in a fire early today. A 43-year-old mother and her 8-year-old daughter have been hospitalized with extensive burns following the blaze. Police suspect the fire was the result of arson. Christopher Chand reports.
Police are looking for a 65-year-old man who allegedly set the restaurant and bar on fire following a domestic dispute.
2 people are now admitted at the Lotaka Hospital after they sustained burns. One is a woman in her 40s and her daughter, who is an 8-year-old.
The woman suffered over 64% burns, while her daughter received 38% burns. It is believed the man who allegedly set the premises on fire is the husband of the woman.
The 65-year-old husband and father, who was believed to be with them, or the last to be with them. At this stage, we're classifying the report as arson, and we will have to ascertain the allegations which have been leveled against this incident as something that resulted out of domestic dispute.
The National Fire Authority says the restaurant had been fully engulfed by the time they arrived at the scene. Nothing could be saved.
According to our police on the ground, the fire completely destroyed the building, and we have to ascertain the actual cost of damage, and that will be done later on, probably this afternoon or this evening.
While the mother and daughter are now in the intensive care unit, police are continuing the hunt for the suspect. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
The latest Bollywood blockbuster Doom 3, which released in Fiji 3 days ago, already has pirated copies circulating around DVD shops. The Damoda Brothers group of cinemas is concerned with this development and says it won't let those responsible get away with it.
The much-anticipated movie is less than a week old in cinemas. Today, FBC News tracked down a pirated DVD copy for $3.
There is a watermarking on the print. Now, Yash Raj Films, if they have released, for example, 4,000 prints throughout the world, they'll be able to know by sending this pirated DVD to them. They will be able to know which copy number this pirated was done and where in which country this was done. Now, basically, we are working on that. We'll be getting this disc. We'll be sending it over to Yash Raj Film Studios and Lab, and they'll be able to find it out. And from there, we will going to work with the head of copyright enforcement unit in Fiji.
Daniel Vikash says they won't spare any outlet thanks to this new technology. A public warning has been issued to all DVD shops. Any offender will have to face the consequences.
People must be thinking that getting a movie into a country is just a normal thing, but it's not that. It costs us high, we pay our duty, everything on that. Plus on top of that, we make sure here in Fiji, we are sitting here in the office. It's not that only we just bring the movies here, but we make sure that people of Fiji get the best. But people of Fiji has to stop buying these pirated DVDs actually to help us to avoid this piracy thing.
Dhoom 3 has been a sold-out show despite pirated DVDs. Vikash says the issue is more than just about profits.
Everybody is here doing their business, and we as a cinema industry, we will make sure this piracy is stopped. It will take, I know it's taking a long time. We will see that this piracy is stopped. So people who are doing these illegal things, they should remember what they are doing, because this thing in future will surely affect them.
More than 5,000 people have already seen Dhoom 3 over the last 3 days. Chanel Shivan, FBC News.
Members of the Republic of Fiji military forces have been reminded of their duty as soldiers serving the country. The commander of the RFMF, Vorenge Bainimarama, had a stern message for his men and women during a recent Christmas church service at the Queen Elizabeth Barracks in Nambua. Apisolamithoka reports.
The military commander has told his soldiers their job is to listen to commands and not to make demands.
Let's not make a lot of noise. It must be clear the military did not traditionally request you to join. You wanted to join the army, so only listen to your officers. They will work on lifting our welfare standards. You cannot make any demands in the military. If you don't like it, then you find your way out.
Bainimarama says even if former soldiers turn their backs on the RFMF, those still in service must remain firm and focused.
Some of our soldiers that have left the military because they did not prepare themselves well before leaving. They are now working against us and spreading a lot of false statements, like their compensation payment for serving in Lebanon. Let's not be carried away about what people say. Let's focus on what we have changed since 2000 to date, and let's focus to the 2014 elections.
The military commander says all that they've worked for since the year 2000 is now contained in the 2013 constitution.
It will be very hard to change our constitution. That is how we want it, because only what we saw is good for our country is in the constitution. And one is to wipe out racial discrimination.
The Prime Minister again highlighted that whatever was seen as beneficial in the guide draft has been included in the 2013 Constitution. Apisolamithoka, FBC News.
The Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority can now access information on the bus e-ticketing database after signing a Memorandum of Understanding with Phonology and Vodafone. FIRCA Chief Executive Chitoko Tikolevu said they will access the database to extract details of daily sales of bus companies on a case-by-case basis. The authority will need to make a formal request on what information it's after before Vodafone and Phonology furnish any details. Tikolevu says ticketing service providers have first-hand data on passenger loading on buses, which could assist FIRCA in tax compliance processes. The results of the Fiji 7th form examination is expected to be released on 31st December. The Education Ministry says students and principals who wish to collect their results in person can visit the Ministry of Education Examination Office from 9 a.m. The Fiji School Leaving Certificate exam results should be known as early as January 14th. The ministry is urging students to accept the results positively and make meaningful decisions. Still to come on FBC News, Sugar Ministry sets high targets for 2014.
Bola, oya wasala vilawa. Dovata ke au mena diwa kina tini karona kaloko na single boni moniti kina varomboka. Kako ni valata na nomu suini sari na kai samariando loloma leone vani ni nau omgori ke de mena diwa kina tini karona kaloko na single boni moniti kina varomboka na Bula FM number 2 en sere.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, मिर्ची रफ्तार से मैं अश्निल सिंह। शामिल हो जाइए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे फ्रॉम 3 to 7 p.m.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. The Sugar Ministry is working on doubling the national target for land allocated to cane farming from next year. The government has already endorsed an action plan which promotes an increase of new agricultural land for sugarcane by 3,000 hectares per year till 2017. Epeli Tokawasa reports.
The sugar industry is aiming high, 6,000 hectares of new cane land.
According to the strategic plan, we need to plant 3,000 hectares every year. But for next year, we've got a very ambitious plan, and that is why government has provided us for next year's budget $8.4 million to plant 6,000 hectares.
The main reason for increasing new cane areas is the long-term sustainability of the industry, preparing the sugar industry for when the European Union quota expires.
The reason we want to double the target is that because our sugar quota to the EU will run out, will expire on the 30th of September 2017. So we have four sugar mills with the mill rate capacity of 4.2 million, which is doing 1.8 on average. We need to increase it so that we can get the maximum out before 2017.
In order to reach the target, the Fiji Sugar Corporation has started to lease out land to plant its own sugarcane. At the moment, there are about 42,000 hectares of sugarcane land in Fiji. Epeli Tukwasa, FBC News.
President Ratu Epeli Nailatikau visited patients at the Waininbokasi and Nausori hospitals today. This is part of the President's Christmas and New Year visits to hospitals, special homes and correctional facilities to give everyone his best wishes during this festive season. Patients were happy to see the President take out time from his busy schedule to wish them a speedy recovery. Ratu Epeli will also visit the Namboro and Korovo Corrections Facility, other special homes, St. Giles Hospital, CWM Hospital and Suva Private Hospital this week. Colonial War Memorial Hospital has a newly renovated blood services unit. The renovation work was part of BSP's Suva Central Branch Community Project. BSP's country manager Kevin McCarthy opened the facility this morning. Health Minister Dr. Neil Sharma acknowledged the support of the business community in ensuring that the hospital is able to provide the best services and maintains its general appearance.
I'm encouraging healthy people to come forward and donate blood. It doesn't hurt. The exercise is exhilarating and it makes you feel good that you've done something well for others around you. Blood is extracted, it is not always given as whole blood.
Sports time now, and Jamie, good to see you getting into the festive season with your Buller shirt.
Thanks, Jackie. I might come in a Santa suit tomorrow, but don't expect any presents.
How lovely.
Anyway, in sports tonight, Flying Fijians to face off with the Cook Islands for World Cup spot, and the Bow Bullet out to claim a new record in 2014. Details coming up.
Isambolo binaka, na dango wadi soni dalai, na makio mani wasini ngono borota kina lali ne kabi, mai na tolu kina bitu, ena moni tingina por rombuka, ena Mbula FM, na bandu ena serre.
जहाँ हो प्यार का बसेरा और रिश्तों की खुशबू, वो है आपका अपना घर संसार. Join me on Ghar Sansar, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. only on Radio Fiji 2.
Welcome back to FBC Sports. The Flying Fijians will take on the Cook Islands in the Oceania final on June 28th, where the winner will qualify for the 2015 Rugby World Cup. The International Rugby Board on its website has listed the game to be played on the Saturday and will be a one-off match to be hosted by Fiji. The winner from the match will be placed in Pool A with Australia, England, Wales and a playoff winner for the 2015 Rugby World Cup. South Pacific Sprint King Banuve Tambakaudoro is already planning for 2014. The Bow Bullet has set his eyes on a personal aim of claiming another record in the new season. The year 2013 may almost be over with him achieving a number of goals set, but new challenges lie ahead. Indra Singh has more on the fast man.
The fastest man in the South Pacific is winding down for 2013. It has been a great year for this youngster, but it doesn't stop here.
We have a really good group as well, so we've been building up well, and we're just looking forward to our competitions next year.
Having outrun all his opponents in the Pacific region, the plan is to get off the starting blocks on the world stage now. And while most are planning their 2014 resolutions, Tambakaudoro knows too well what he wants to achieve next year.
I'm gunning for the 60-meter Fiji record, so I think that's achievable at the moment, but we just have to do everything right from now on as we build up for the championship.
This is the sort of the form that the Bao Bullet wants to repeat or better next year. And while at it, he doesn't only want it for himself, but also other budding athletes.
We have our next competition coming up soon, so hopefully a lot more athletes turn out, and it'll be really great for not just the Coca-Cola athletes, but for Fiji athletes and the former athletes that used to compete in athletics as well.
This is a true mark of a successful athlete, and we all hope to see much more of Tambakaudoro burning the tracks in 2014. Interesting, FBC Sports.
Fijian football international and Auckland City striker Roy Krishna was shown the red card in a drama-filled ASB Premiership clash with Hawke's Bay United in New Zealand over the weekend. Both teams played out a thrilling 4-4 draw, but the red card to Krishna was the talking point. The Siberian man was given his marching orders when he lashed out at United's Bill Robertson, who had been hassling Krishna up until that point of the match. The Fiji Table Tennis Federation has 2 players selected for a training stint in Korea. The 2 youngsters aren't only out to better themselves, they also hope to improve the sport in the country. Indra Singh has more.
With the holiday mood around, this hasn't stopped Fiji Table Tennis from ensuring its plans to move forward continues. This has seen 2 of the finest young players from the country given a chance to further their skills abroad.
We've been offered this wonderful opportunity, though. The first one, which is from the Oceania Federation, they have selected Sally as one of the 10 young players from our region to train in the Singapore table tennis school. As far as Young Jun goes, as you know, he's just recently been a member of the Oceania cadet team that had trained at a high level in Austria and in Slovenia, in Europe, and he's just come back.
And for one of the players selected, this is nothing short of achieving the dream of furthering her skill level. This will surely not be a personal boost, but one for Fiji Table Tennis as well.
To keep getting selected to represent my country and to keep winning and being as a champion, to improve. And
the second recipient is also rubbing his hands in glee after having been given this big break.
The training here and there will be there's a difference, and the training there will maybe help me to become a better player, learning other skills that I don't learn here, and better fitness training, and hope to become a better one coming back.
Table tennis has long produced some hard hitters on the ping pong table. Now with the 2 players being given this great opportunity, the future of Fijian table tennis does look bright. Interesting, FBC Sports.
That was your sports for tonight. It's back to Jackie now with business.
The International Monetary Fund says Fiji's financial sector is stable and international reserves have stabilized to a comfortable level. This is part of the IMF's report on Fiji following the executive board consultation. The IMF noted a growth in the Fijian economy increased to 2.25% in 2012, supported by income tax cuts, low interest rates, and the one-time payouts under the Fiji National Provident Fund reform. It says the FMPF payout offset the negative impact of the severe floods and Cyclone Evan on the agriculture and tourist sectors. However, they note that unemployment remains stubbornly high at nearly 9%, with youth unemployment and underemployment at significantly higher rates. It says Fiji should give priority to improving the investment climate by streamlining government regulations, relaxing price controls, increase land use, and upgrade the infrastructure to raise the potential economic growth. The IMF predicts that in 2014, Fiji's growth is projected to moderate to 2.25%. And we've got Jen with weather. What's the big smile for?
What's not to smile about, Jackie? For the first time in a long time, the map looks like this. Not a single cloud in sight, sunshine all over the place, just lovely to see. A great reminder that we're living in the tropics and not in the rainy jungle of Borneo, which receives around 5,000 millimeters of rain every year. Time for temperatures, and what a coincidence. It looks like we have a sequence here. We've got 33 degrees in Lambasa, 32 in Nandi and Lautoka, 31 in Ba, 30 in the capital, and last but not the least, 29 in Savusavu. Now for the forecast, and it's highly likely that we'll have a rain-free Tuesday. I take back what I said last week. If the current conditions continue, we might just have a rain-free Christmas for everyone, including Suva. And here's the photo of the day, another heart-melting moment for this festive season, where our little angels over here battled it out in a tree decorating contest. And didn't they compete?
Thanks so much for that, Genevieve. The headlines again. Police are looking for a 65-year-old man to question him about a fire in the Coral Coast that left 2 people in hospital. Pirated copies of Bollywood flick Doom 3 are already on sale in local DVD shops, and Military Commander Vorenge Bainimarama tells his troops to obey superiors and not make demands of the institution. Results from last week's opinion poll, we asked, should Fiji be allowed to participate in the 2014 Commonwealth Games? 81% answered yes. This week's question, are you satisfied with the level of police visibility in public this festive season? Visit our FBC website to answer. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your stories at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's news for today. Till tomorrow, good night.
Nimbula, metango nimilote na isaro tambua. Nama kia uminarua kina ona na via kavi moniti kina wakarambuka. Rongo mena via sama kina viva ka barota kini ndreko malolo. Ena Radio Fiji 1 na wongani via niano. Ngai nama kia kina.
Hope you're enjoying the music right now on Gold FM. Only the classic hits, especially if you're spending your time at home or around the office. I certainly hope you're taking it easy and enjoying the music coming your way. Well, I got a whole lot more to keep you moving and to keep you going right up until you reach knock-off time. I'm Kara. Join me every weekday from 2 to 7 on The Ride, only on Gold FM.